Hey everybody, so a few years back, Katie and I decided to completely ditch New Year's resolutions and instead to pick a word that we could focus on throughout the entire year. Now this process is called the Word of the Year, and I'm not sure exactly who came up with it, but I know we love it. So today we wanted to share with you 5 steps that can help you find your Word of the Year, because it's definitely never too late to get started. Now I know this is a little bit different than a lot of our other videos, but we found so much success and have been so happy with this process that we wanted to share it with you today. And if you are looking for a little bit more information, you can cruise over to the website, or I am going to put some links in the description box that'll take you over to a post that highlights the 5 steps we're going to go into today, and then a couple other that just give a little bit more information on the process. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into these steps, and you may want to grab a pen and some paper before we get started. Step 1 to finding your word is to reflect. And the key here is to look back over your previous year and see how you were feeling in certain situations so that you can improve on that moving forward in the future. Now, in order to accomplish this, Katie and I came up with a set of 5 questions that we ask ourselves. Question number 1, what could you use more of in your life? Some examples here could be health. Maybe you want to be more adventurous, or perhaps you just need a little bit more discipline. Question number 2, what could you use less of in your life? Do you find yourself feeling stressed or maybe overridden with anxiety or fear? Question number 3, what characteristics would you like to see within yourself? Maybe you want to be more courageous or more compassionate, or perhaps you just want to be a little bit more intentional with the decisions you're making. Question number 4, at the end of the day when you get home, how do you feel? Do you find yourself feeling overwhelmed or exhausted? Question number 5, how would you rather feel? Maybe you want to feel more empowered, or maybe you want to feel peaceful, or perhaps you just want to find yourself more present in the moment. Step number 2 is visualize. And what we're talking about here is visualizing your perfect day. How does your morning routine go? How do you feel throughout the day? What do you get accomplished? Now you can use meditation or just sit in silence for a couple moments, maybe at your desk or right before you go to bed. And also ask yourself the question, what word would you like to focus on this year? It's surprising how often when we ask ourselves these simple questions when we're focusing in silence, at how our intuition will shine through and help guide us in the right direction. Step number 3 is creating a list. And what you want to do here is take about 5 to 10 minutes with a pen and some paper and just write down all the words that come into your mind. Now the trick here is that you don't want to edit yourself. If you find a word come in and you just don't think it's right, write it down anyway. And then as you build this list, you're going to start to see kind of a theme forming with the words that you're putting out there. But anyway, take that time and write your list right now. Step number 4 is to review and refine. So we have our list that we just created in step number 3, and what you want to do is look it over and find 3 to 5 words that jump off the page at you. And you may notice that some of the words make you feel scared or empowered or even at ease. The trick here is to highlight or circle the 3 to 5 and then go ahead and try them on. See how they make you feel. Step number 5 is asking yourself one more final important question. Are you interested or are you committed? Now what I mean by this is that a lot of times when we're interested in something in life, we'll dabble with it and mess around with it, but eventually it'll run by the wayside. Whereas when we're committed to something, we stay focused and on the mission with that. So now that you have your words narrowed down to 3 to 5 words, go through and ask yourself, am I interested in this word or am I committed to this word? Now this isn't something you need to do in the next 15 minutes. You can take a couple hours, a couple days, maybe even a week. But really ask yourself, am I going to be committed to this word? By being committed, you're going to be able to really strive to take that word and implement it into your life in order to make the improvements you want. That about wraps it out for our 5 steps to choosing your word of the year. We really hope that this was helpful for you. Katie and I have definitely found a lot of success in improving ourselves the way we want to by using this technique. So if you do elect to take this and try it, let us know your word in the comments below and also how it's going for you. But anyway, thank you guys so much for swinging by today. Don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you again soon. And then also ask yourself the question, what word would be best for me for word of the year? What word would, and then also ask yourself, what word would,
I like to focus on this year.
what word would I like to focus on? Okay, let's do this. I got it. It's in there
That
now.
was so perfect.
And then also ask yourself, what would, what would, what word would, it's like a tongue twister.
Maybe you should say, what word will I focus on this year?
Yeah. And then ask yourself, what would
What would you do?
what